Good evening, people. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey, good evening. This is Spirit Journey, and this is my second live stream of the day. I hope your day went well. Yes, today is Sunday evening. It is June 11, 2023, and the time is about, okay, it's approaching 9 p.m. Yep, sorry. Yeah, I have my mic on. Just got tangled with my hands. Let me just put this down. Sorry about that. Yeah, hope you all are doing well. What an interesting day I had. Yes, it was the weather was it was nice. It was very nice this morning. And I'd like to share some things with you. Yeah, two things, two things I think would be very interesting topic. And again, how I think people, this channel, I feel in my heart that part of my purpose in life is to protect others by informing them, sounding the alarm. And yes, you stay in your own lane. Yes, you stay in your own lane. But some things, you know, it's like you're walking and there's a hole in the ground and people can fall in. I'm the type of person, hey, be careful. That's my nature. That is my nature. And I feel compelled to, if I see something, I'll warn you. Just like I would like someone to warn me. So with that being said, yeah, I'm going to talk about certain trends. Two stories um, about social media. Social media can follow you to the grave, okay? And the second thing I want to talk about, the trends in, I see what's happening in New York City. Yeah, it was very busy in this city today. And yeah, the more police presence here. Yeah, but the past 3 years, there were no police presence. But now there's police presence everywhere for the past month. And I'm happy that there are more police officers because I was almost attacked again, a couple of months back. And a year and a half ago, I was physically assaulted and I was in pain. So it's refreshing to see, they have cops in clusters now in New York City in certain neighborhoods, high tourist neighborhoods. They have a lot of police presence now. And remember in 2021, what was happening in 2021? You had people of a particular ethnic group being, visibly targeted, physically assaulted. And so you know what the trend is now, that this particular demographics and culturally these people do not have pets like this. They are getting dogs and good sized ones too, some of them. Yep. Historically in New York City, you never saw them with a dog. Never. Well, now they have them. Men and women from this particular demographics. And I think the fear was so real for them being attacked in the street. Was so bold, these attacks in 2021, that the reality, even though it goes against their culture, they are seeking dogs. And also during the past 3 years, people were locked in their house they couldn't go out, and so they got a companion, you know. So that's the other thing why they got their little furry friend. When I was coming home today, uh, a lot of activity, a lot of new people outside, and yeah, when I got on the train, two people with the dogs, and they had like a little tote bag that they had the animal in. Yeah. And then when I left the train, I was going up the stairs, um, and I saw, I think it was two people walking the dog on a leash in the subway, and a large presence of cops. And no one, they were allowed to do this and nothing. So I was curious. I said, hey, are people, I said, I see that people are walking with the dogs on a leash. Are we able to do this now? Then the cop said, well, technically, you can walk, you can have your dog in in a bag. I said, oh, okay, or like a carrying case. He said, yes. I said, okay, and walked away. I'm sorry, I'm moving the camera. My apology. So, yeah, see, what I gather with all this, I mean, it's like all of a sudden, all these people with dogs, and having them walk with them in the subway and on the sidewalk. Historically in New York, they never had dogs, but now they do. Why? Well, it's obvious the protection. And their fear is so real that the cops are turning a blind eye. A blind eye. But I did not do that. I have my three little dogs. They're going to stay in their carrier. For one, I don't want my dogs, barking at people. I want to, I don't want that. I don't want to risk them getting loose. That's just me. That's just me. Yes, good morning, view. I mean, good evening, viewer. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, so people are scared. And they're getting big dogs. It's not like they got a little Fifi dog. Some of them are big, big ass dogs. And the cops are turning a blind eye. So it's signs of the time where we heading socially in New York City. That this demographics that's now growing in importance in New York City are feeling the need to get a dog. Yep, in their culture, you don't have dogs in your house. They're work animals, but now, yep, they're desperate, and they're bringing their dogs inside the train, walking on a leash in the subway, which is illegal to do. But see, this demographics is being protected. Oh yes, they are being protected, and they're turning a blind eye. So I just thought that was interesting. I mean, I love my little pooches. Um, some people could get away with things, and some people can't. I won't risk it. You know. Um, yeah, I should go on the internet and just see what the law says. So, but yeah, I want my doggy protected, and I want to keep them in a carrier. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that people are feeling it necessary to get a dog when they're outside. Yep, even going to the park, they got their dogs. This particular demographics, historically and culturally, they don't believe in pets, like this, but they're getting them. So it's keeping me to be on the alert. Now, they're not sharing anything over the internet. I mean, in on social media with New York, what's going on. The system is still keeping things hush hush, quiet, no like a PA announcement regarding certain activities happening. You just see the cops all over now. I'm glad for getting police officers, but they're not telling. They don't want to let us know certain things. So, yes, I just wanted to share that. Yeah, what could it mean? What could it mean to turn a blind eye? Is it a warning for something's going to come about in the near future? And they know this and they're going to turn a blind eye. Just saying. The other thing I want to talk about, you know, um, this is also a warning. I care about people. I do. I care about people. And I used to be in the military. And I just want to share with you um, a scenario. Um, People are always watching. Let me just say that. People are always watching you. And you may not think people are watching, and sometimes people let you do what you're doing because they want to see how far you will go. But they keeping mental note of your activity. Let's say you want to get a particular type of job, and you have social media. Many people have social media and multiple accounts. And you may even have something on private. Well, things aren't necessarily private as you think. And if you raise too many red flags or something, and so even your privates may not be really private, and people could still tap into your content. Let's say also you are going to be applying for a government job, right? What are you applying for a government job? Don't you think that they look on your social media? They have your name. They could just do a search on your name, see what type of friends you have, and base certain things on who likes you on your social media. We all are being judged, good, favorably or unfavorably. But you always want to leave something favorable. You don't want to dig your own hole, right? You don't want to dig your own hole. Let's say you have children, adult children, and you love them. And everybody shares what they share on social media. But people, be careful. Be careful. Because someone is always watching. And you make sure you tell your adult children or young children who have social media that what you put out there can be there for the rest of your life. Things you put out there could stay there for the rest of your life. And even when you think that you deleted it, well, there's 10 other people behind you who might have watched that same thing that so and so uploaded. And they take that and download it. They can say, hey, you saw so and so there, they uploaded a video, but man, I made a copy of it, man. Oh, isn't so and so cool, or isn't so and so bad? You know, it could go swing either way. But they make a copy and they share it on their social media. So what you thought was just a joke, they can take that joke and they can spread it. Let's say someone is in the military and they're just about to get out of the military, okay? And let's say, you're looking for a job, you want to, you had a good position in the military and you're looking for a nice government job that has a lot of benefits. And let's say you have an enemy that you didn't know about in the military. Let's say someone in the military, maybe they don't like you because you took someone's significant other, or you cheated on someone. I'm just making up something, but they don't really like you, and they pretend to be your friend, and or maybe they encourage you to do something on social media and to see how cute. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, he or she is funny, and it's done just for laughs. So you thought. And they share that to a significant person that could screw you over for the rest of your life. They can take that social media content that you thought was just for fun, and it could mark your life. And you know what they can do? Let's say you're in the military and you're just about to get out of the military. Oh, let's share that with Captain so and so. Because, see, when you're in the military or certain government jobs, your conduct is extremely important because you represent them. Just like, remember, with those over the past 3 years, those Karens, and they because what content was out there, even though what they did is what they did on their own personal time. Well, when the boss got that video that was shared on social media, that person was fired from their job. Fired. Well, let's say someone's just young and just getting started in life. They're just getting started, and they're young and they're having fun, and right. But let's say they're at a very crucial point in their life, and they think they're safe. They can just do whatever because, oh, I'm going to get out of the military soon. I'm just having fun. See, I was in the military, so I'm speaking through my perspective, being that I used to be in the military, and we were taught, we were told stories when we were in the military about certain conduct and certain things to look out for. Some people get really cocky. They like, they told us a story that after boot camp, so you have some people who are stubborn and they want to get back at their drill sergeant or whatever, the commanding officer. And so when they finish boot camp and have the graduation, and then they put them on buses to go to the next uh, location. And what they did, they put their middle finger up at their commanding officer when the bus was going away. They thought, oh, I'm going to get this MFer. and give them the finger. Well, they had stopped that bus. They ordered that bus to stop that commanding officer, drill sergeant, etc. And you know what they did? They went on that bus and they pulled that person off that bus. And you know, they got kicked out. You hear me? You think you're cool. Uh, they're really strict in the military about respect because the whole thing is about hierarchy and obedience to the person who is over you. And they could, you think that person got an honorable separation, people? You think that person went through the whole boot camp? You think they got an honorable separation to have something like that? Or they could say, hey, you're going to do boot camp again. You think you're going to get a good recommendation after that? People, you better start teaching your children. You better start opening your eyes and training your children, whether they're young or old, because some things will never can be removed. Or let's say you upload content, and it's, let's say, something risque, and they know that you're in the military, and they know military people have a check coming in, and they could compromise certain people of a sexual nature. They could put stuff in your food and you pass out. And you think you're the cool whatever, that you have it under control. And you share that content on social media, again, you could be tested. They could be testing you. They know they might. I'm serious. People may know you. You may have secret enemies that you don't know about, and they could, kind of study you and know what you like or dislike, and then they present it to you. Make it look innocent that it's just so happened that this came out, but they planted it for you to have that encounter. Have you take compromising photos, videos, upload it, and you think you're cool doing it, right? They could be setting you up. They could be setting you up, people, male or female. They study you. They could say, hey, I know this person's supposed to get out of the military. The military is cutting back. We can't afford to give certain benefits. We have to cut back. Let's set up a scenario so that when so and so that we don't like is about to get out of the military, we could make it so that they don't get their benefits. Let's set them up, compromising photos or videos. Or let's say like an initiate, you belong to a fraternity club or sorority club, and you are being watched. They want to know what type of character you have or don't have. They want to know what makes you tick, because they have a purpose for everything that they do, like the military. And so, okay, the military, let's say, or any other type of federal agency, they're testing you. They could be testing you. And you're just about to get out, and you think you're going to get this benefit, that benefit. Well, they're cutting back now because now we've been in this. this challenge for the past 21 years or so, right? Well, they got to cut back because they have to save their money for other activities, right? So they set you up. They send a copy to your commanding officer, and they'll say you are disrespecting uh, your position as a military personnel, even if you're not doing what you're doing in uniform, but they know who you are because what you do. The military has, you know, they could be wild, the military, but some things you do in private, you know what I mean? You don't air them on social media unless you want to get fired or get out. Yeah, they can fire you, get you out, and the benefits too. They could strip you of all your benefits. They can give you a dishonorable, hear that, they can give you a dishonorable separation from the military. So you cannot get any medical health benefits. And things are getting expensive, people. When you need medical benefits, things are really increasing in this country of medical benefits. And let's say you're exposed to different chemical agents in the military. You hear about all these things in the military. They had this, I forget the name of the military base, but the water was contaminated, and all those people on that military base got, you know, the C word. Oh, yeah. But now you cannot even qualify to get help because you're dishonorably separated from the military, and it's a mark on your record for the rest of your life. And let's say you want to go get a federal job where you're excluded from that. You get a dishonorable separation from the military. You're not eligible for any housing benefits, health benefits, post office, police office, etc. You are excluded. Why go through that, people? Why risk it? Why risk that type of thing and put something on social media where your people can see it? And you may say, well, it could be, oh, I'm just going to do it for fun and then pull it down. Well, once it goes out there, it is out there permanently. It's a record. And you're going for a government job, you know, they can just look and see what type of content you have. They want people, jobs are hard to get. They want to know who the hell you are. What type of person is this? Who's going to represent? See, they don't want liability. Large corporations now, they don't want any liabilities. Hey, can we hire so and so? Hey, this person is going to is looking to get accepted for this position. Well, we got to find out whether he has any skeletons in his closet because the position is a sensitive position. And they don't want anybody with a record of certain things because it's going to make them look bad. And accountability. They say, hey, you knew he had this background and then he did this or that to so and so. Oh, we'll sue you also. Hello, people. Hello, hello, hello. That could happen. That could happen. You lose all your benefits, health benefits, housing benefits, employment benefits for something that was considered maybe a joke. They can set you up with people. They can do it to a male or female and present them to you, compromise you. And again, they could put you asleep. They could put something in your food and knock you out, especially on a military base. Hey, money. They could put you in a intimate scenario without your knowledge because you're under the influence of something or knocked out completely, and then blackmail you with it. Say, hey, we know you want to get out of you're supposed to be getting out of the military, or you're going for a promotion. You're going for a promotion. Oh, oh, you want that promotion? Oh well, you better give me X, Y, and Z amount of money. They could, if you're a guy, let's say, they compromise you, and they get pregnant. Oh, you gotta pay child support, child support. Yeah, you have people who do anything to get a guy, and they know that you're in the military, you're on a military base. Honey, they will flock over to you. Yeah, once you get someone from the military who's still in the military and they get military benefits. You prove that's their kid, right? They get a check. They're real strict. Military is very strict about people with children. You know, what do you call it? Child support. They're real strict about that, honey. But you think you're a cool dude, and they could mess you over. People, people. Train your children right. Train them, whether they're young or older. Train them and let them know these are the signs of the times are delicate. People are fighting to get jobs. People are jealous. See, a lot of people are jealous of Americans. A lot of people are jealous and hateful of black people, black men, straight black men. And they don't want you to succeed. And they want to exploit you if they can and use you as the gravy train of wealth in their eyes. And set up these military guys or gals, compromise you, and you're stuck now with unwanted pregnancy. Yeah. Or promotions. Oh, you showing that on social media? Is this what you're representing the military? You said, well, I wasn't in uniform. It doesn't matter. They see certain things, you still represent them. You still represent the thing. And people could complain about it. They could come and say, they did this to me. And you might say, well, it was just a game. We were just role playing, and we just role playing, and it's all a joke. They don't know that, the people watching. It reflects on your character. Some things you could never wash clean, people. Or they say, hey, this is the type of person you are. Okay, well, we're going to use this person. What about that politician whose son is on camera doing horrendous things. You don't think that maybe they blackmailed him? And now he just doesn't care. Because he's their puppet now. And people in the high up are protecting him so that that politician's son do their will. Yeah, you're stuck for the rest of your life. People see, and people can take your social media content and share it because they think it's a joke, right? Hey, you saw what so and so put up? Yeah, it was so funny. Yeah, let me pass it on. And you think that you deleted it. Well, other people could have it and uploaded it, just like you might have uploaded just some for fun, and then deleted. Well, other people too. Hey, let me just share so and so, but yeah, and then I'll delete it after. These things they know where it's generated from. Someone could take it, make a copy, but they know that with the computers they can determine who originated the content, whether good or bad. People, teach your children that someone is always watching. What you put out there remains out there. And then you start wondering, wow, how come I didn't get such and such job? Well, they're watching what you put up because people are things are people want to sue people these days. You say the wrong thing to somebody, they want to sue you. So large corporations want to be careful who they hire because now there's accountability, like those Karens, and they don't want to, and it was on their time when they did what they did, these Karens, and they fired them. They fired them. So you don't think the military wants to protect its reputation? You don't think they want to protect their reputation? They can do it, people. They want to cut back. Yeah, they say, hey, we want to cut back. We're paying all these benefits, all this medical, this or that. We can't afford to do it anymore. Oh, let's go on social media. Let's set someone up. Or let's just go on social media to see who's doing what. And then say, oh, you disrespected your position here in the military, and somebody complained, and you can get court-martialed, I think. Yeah. Or you get somebody pregnant. Why even go there, people? Why even go there? It is very, very sad how you think you train up your kids right, and you think you're doing the right thing. It's an eyesore, and it could happen to anybody. Or things could be put out of context. What they're doing is they could have just been having fun, just a joke. And they could take it and share it with your boss. And you're no longer eligible for that position. That what do you call it? That promotion. You're excluded, or you're kicked out with an dishonorable separation. And now you're stuck having to live with parents or relatives to navigate in your new situation. People, the signs are, the signs of the times. They don't want to pay. These corporations don't want to pay. They want to make excuses. I've worked in corporations where they didn't want to give out, um, what do you call it, increase in pay. So they would come up with things against you and say, oh, well, you didn't perform this right or that right. You've been doing your job for years, and now what you've been doing for years, and you had a perfect, perfect record. But now they don't want to pay because they want to save money. So they make excuses, or they can make up an excuse to fire you, so they don't have to pay your retirement thing. Yeah, they can pull it. People, I just feel a need to share this with you. Because we all know of people, right? Young and old, and the signs of the time, and corporations, whether uh, government or private, they want to save money. It's too expensive. Why else do you think they're bringing in these what they call migrant workers? Because they don't want to pay you American, you fat Americans, the wage, the proper wage, the legal wage. So you get these migrant, they call them migrant workers. Where they're migrating to? They're migrating to your backyard. That's where they're migrating to. And then you have squatters' rights. That person stay on your property for 30, I think 30 days or more, though they inherit squatters' rights, even if they're illegal, I think. People, you better beware. We're being set up, some of us. And I just feel, I care about you guys. I care about myself. I care about others. And I just feel it and see it happening. That's going to trip us from comforts. The system wants to make any excuse not to pay you out. And if you're in the military and you're about to get out, they can set you up so you don't get any benefits and put a dishonorable discharge on your record. That's permanent. It's like this scarlet letter. Scarlet letter. You don't want the scarlet letter on you, especially military. They don't play with that. Yeah. Social media, even any job. Let's say you're in the police force or school teacher. People, you better be careful what you're doing, all of us. It's shocking that what people are putting out there. And then they wonder why, wow, how come I didn't get that job or that promotion? It's what you're putting out there. Let me know what you think about this. What are your thoughts about people putting things on social media that's really, uh, you know, should have been, left in the closet, so to speak? You put something real sensitive. you know, of that nature of, the intimate kind. Your boss can get it. Your neighbors can get it. Hey, Cam Cam. Good evening. Yeah. Your neighbors can get that information. Your neighbors could share to other neighbors, and then they could harass you. They could harass you and get you kicked out of the neighborhood because you're so embarrassed. Yeah, thank you for giving the thumbs up. Yeah, they can do that to you. People. They can set it up. They can take copies of what you put up, what you thought was a joke, and put it in the mailbox of your neighbors, of your coworkers, of your maybe your significant other, and you thought you were doing it behind the scenes, like no one would see. Well, someone always sees. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Someone is always watching you. Or I just put it up for a joke and then pull it down. Or let's say you belong to an organization like a fraternity or sorority, and they could say, "Oh, we just this is just a play, we're just playing." Um, oh, everybody else did it. They said, "Oh, join in, yeah." Join it. This is just, we're going to delete it right away. And, oh, okay, it's just for fun. Well, someone keeps a copy, honey. Someone's going to keep a copy. And then they're going to blackmail you with that. They can blackmail you and send it to your girlfriend, your wife, your boyfriend, your husband, your pastor, your job, your job. Yeah, because you're a liability now. You become a liability, and corporations don't want to risk that. So they just said, well, you violated certain conduct of behavior to work for our company because you have a visible job, and this could distract or intimidate our workers, and that you're creating a violent, we're going hostile environment for our division. So we're going to remove you. They could remove you. And you don't have the money for a good lawyer. And so you just stuck. Yeah. You better start teaching your children to stop doing the foolishness. See, they're getting cocky and cockier because they think they're cool because they see all these young people doing things and with immunity. But see, the signs of the time now, people are cutting back. People are cutting back. They don't want to give you the full benefits. And they're bringing in all these guest workers, as they call, or migrant workers, or illegals that they can hire at a fraction of the cost, and hire them. And they can set you up so you can lose, that you would then lose all your benefits. Military people, let's use wisdom. And especially, let's say you're a black man and you do something stupid like that. They want to really make. You ever notice when you live in a big city like New York City, where I live? Who do you see on the street? New York City, a lot of those homeless black men that you see, they're veterans, Why so many black veterans living on the street? Well, maybe they did something stupid like that, did something compromise, and they got a mark on their record. Just saying, I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Something, something's being done. Something's being done. It's not a coincidence that a lot of these black men that you see on the street are veterans and are destitute. You know, in New York City, our black mayor, he's from a poor town in New York City. And I had to visit near that town. And as a whole, when you see a black man there, they're always destitute. And we have new immigrants, and no, and I am not anti-immigration either. I'm just letting you know socially what the deal is here in New York City. And our black mayor had said on the internet that these what they call migrant or illegals, to house them in your home, your private house. And somehow we'll try to get around the fact that if they stay in your house 30 days or more, they have squatters' rights. You can't kick them out because they got rights. Squatters' rights, it's called. Yep. These people have more rights and are being catered to than our black veterans of New York City who you see on the street. And they're being overlooked construction jobs, but somehow these migrant workers are able to bypass the system and able to get these union jobs. Whether they're getting union pay, I don't know, but they're in jobs that are union controlled so they can feed their families. And our questionable black mayor is turning a blind eye and allowing this social chaos to happen in my beautiful town, my beautiful New York City. It is a shambles, shambles, shambles. Yeah. Yeah, this is social engineering and using black people to hang themselves. They are hanging themselves. They are removing their ability to really control their neighborhood. You're being booted out. You can't afford the rent. They don't want to hire you. But they're hiring all these migrant workers. And no, I'm not against migration, but so-called migrants. I'm against someone coming in who is illegal and take away your resources so you could provide and protect your family. Corporations don't want to hire these American people. And especially if you're a black, a straight black American man. You are booted out. They don't want you there. But somehow, if you're of the alphabet soup community, you get some immunity and some job opportunities. But a lot of them are losing their minds. You just look in certain neighborhoods in New York City. You have these gay males, and they're wearing this cuckoo outfit. They're mentally unstable. It's very sad. It's very sad, people. Yeah, I share this. This is like a public announcement, man. I love my city. But all of a sudden, things are really increasing in intensity and our demise. Yeah, this is beyond a social experiment. This is social engineering to overthrow New York City. I mean, it's happening almost like wildfire, honey. And I'm afraid that some of us are going to be kicked out of your position, your rightful position. And in a moment of, mistake, I said, you know, you got too free spirited and you really weren't thinking. And that mistake could cause you your career, your ability to hold any political office, federal job, city job. You are blacklisted. Don't let that happen to you. Use wisdom, please, people. Use wisdom and pray for favor from your creator, and ask them for forgiveness and that to give you a clean slate. Yeah, you better start going on your knees and praying real hard. Yeah, please do so. Please watch over your children. What are they doing? Well, it's the signs of the time, people. I am so sad about this. Yeah, things in New York City it's I feel it in my bones, people. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, things are going to be happening very quickly. Very, very quickly. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this live stream, you have this particular demographics here in New York City who historically never had any dogs. It's not considered clean. And they're bringing these dogs. They're bringing them on the train. It's against the law to have your pet uh, out like that. Yet they're letting them walk around because people were being attacked. And even now you have more police officers on the street here in the city because they know it's really getting bad, and this particular demographic is afraid. So the cops are turning a blind eye. Yeah, they're doing that. They're turning a blind eye because it's that bad. Yeah. So if they're doing that, other things are going to be done, and at your expense it could be. Yeah, black men out there, come on, come on. Please use wisdom. Just like Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate. He was, I mean, I shouldn't say he was set up, but he underestimated, I mentioned it, he underestimated what this individual could do. And this person had the influence to contact her um, people and had him held in custody without a charge for about 4 months. Could you imagine people, you being held in custody without a charge? What if you had children or pets? And it's stressful. Your health. And he's still not out of the clear. He gets a hearing. And he's not, to my understanding, he's not going to have his peers, like a jury. To my understanding, it's just going to be the judge who's going to play as jury. And based on one person, they would decide your fate. They can do that. They could do that. Yeah, they're targeting certain people. And they could turn it around and take advantage of the situation. They're waiting for you to make a mistake so they don't have to pay out. So I hope you understand this live stream. Yeah, I feel very, very strong about, sounding alarms to people who have friends or family members or acquaintances or co-workers who don't seem to understand the potential harm their behavior could do when you put out very controversial content that could follow you for the rest of your life and could prevent you from getting your benefits. It is not a funny matter. And if you are a parent and you allow your children, young or old, to share certain content, they're always just having fun. It's not fun when the authorities come knocking on your door and arrest you for the thing that you share on content. Some of you may have enemies that you don't know about, and they set you up. And yeah, be careful, people. Be careful. I care about you guys and gals. Be very careful. So, with that being said, thank you for allowing me to share this with you. Please take care of your life. None of this is what do you call it? We're all a work in progress. None of us are perfect. But don't make it worse for yourself, okay? I thank you for listening. And if you like this content, um, uh, you could PayPal me. And to find that link, you go to my channel, Spirit Journey, and on the right side of the banner of my channel, YouTube channel, you can find the link. Just click on the link, follow the prompt, and any amount would be greatly appreciated. I thank you in advance. Peace, love, joy, and power to all my viewers and subbies out there. Yes, please love your children. It's never too late to reprimand them when they do something wrong that could affect their life and their opportunities to get a job. Okay? Yeah. Because they could, I mean, they can get you too. They could shame that parent. And they could maybe set up that parent of that child and say, oh, you associate with that person? They can pull you down too. Hello, people. Am I speaking truth or not? Yeah. I guess you make that decision for yourself. So I thank you again for listening, and Please be careful out there. You have all that energy you don't know what to do with. Well, do something good with your life. You must be bored. Do something creative. Work up good karma over your life, not foolishness that could harm yourself, your loved ones, your family, and something you can never wash clean. It always stays with you. So, again, I thank you for listening and watching this live stream. Until next time, folks, have a great, great week. Take care, guys and gals. Bye bye.